you should have 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. Times 4 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. Minus 6 is 12. 6 times 12 is 72. So plus 5 is going to be 77. The first set of parentheses should be 10 minus 6. You can't do 10 minus 3 first. You have to do 10 minus 6 to get 4, and then square that to get 16, and multiply by 6 to get 96. And then this one is 11 minus 8. That's going to be 3 squared, which is 9, and you multiply the 9 by 5 to get 45. Add those together to get 141. You have to do 12 divided by 3, which is 4, 20 divided by 2 is 10, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Add or subtract those up, and it will be 14 minus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Square the 12 to get 144. The winning number today is 2. Seven people with homework out of 7 people, so that's 100%. Fantastic. Here are the solutions to the homework. Up here we had Julie, and I need a different laser pointer. That's not going to work. How about white? There we go. We have Julie, Casey, Tracy, Marianne, and Jennifer. Tracy is the one that ended up being the X, because if you notice in the problem, there's 2 different times where Tracy is mentioned, but in both times you learn nothing about Tracy, but you learn something about somebody else. So it must be Tracy. And your expressions, Julie ends up being an X2 simply because of subtraction or addition. Because I think Julie was off of Casey there, and if you add 5 you end up with an X. Something like that. So you have X, X minus 5, X, X minus 6, and X plus 2 for your expressions. Set it equal to 141 after you add them up. 5 X's, negative 5, negative 6 is negative 11, plus 2 is negative 9. Solve this equation to get 30. And then go back and figure out what each one had. So Julie would be 30, Casey 25, Tracy 30, Marianne 24, and Jennifer 32. And if you put those in order, and remember it's not the highest that goes first because it's a race, and in a race the lowest time is going to put you first. So Marianne should be first, and then Casey second, Tracy third, and Julie third, because they're tied for third place, and then the fourth place would be Jennifer. No one was under 20, so that means nobody can earn that bonus, but there were a few under, or a couple under 30. Marianne was under 30 by 6, so 6 times the $6 is $36. And Casey was at 30, and we're taking away, or she was at 25, so her difference is 5. 5 times 6 is $30. So as yesterday, we'll do the same thing today. If you have Marianne with $36, that's 5 points, and Casey with $30, that's 5 points. If you have them both, it's 10. So your score for the homework is going to be 0, 5, or 10. Today's objective will be the same. Create equations that describe numbers or relationships and then solve them. Here's an example. A race is being held with 4 contestants. The purpose of the race is to see how far each person can travel in their car in 60 minutes. Car 1 traveled 12 more miles than car 4. Car 3 traveled 7 less miles than car 1. Car 2 traveled 11 more miles than car 3. The total miles driven by all cars is 273. There is a bonus of $25 per mile for any car traveling over 70 miles. Additionally, the winner of the race gets $200. Who won the race and how much money did they earn? So look at the bonus for this one. The total miles driven is 273. There is a bonus of $25 per mile for any car traveling over 70 miles. Does that mean they get $25 per mile that's over 70, or do they get $25 per mile for everything? There is a bonus of $25 per mile for any car traveling over 70 miles. So they get the bonus if they travel over 70 miles, but it says the bonus of $25 per mile. The way this is worded, do they get it?
So they get $25 per mile, but they don't get the bonus unless they get over 70 miles.
The bonus, they don't get the bonus unless they go over 70 miles.
Okay.
And there's nothing in this sentence that indicates that they only get the bonus for the miles over 70. So in this case, whatever miles they have, they would get $25 per mile in this case.
Okay.
All right, so let's shorten this up a little bit and have some room to work. Okay. So for the car 1, it traveled 12 more miles than car 4. Was car 4 mentioned anywhere else in the problem? No. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. The total is 273. And car 1 is 12 more than car 4. So car 4 is what? X. And what's car 1?
X plus 12.
X plus 12. Car 3 traveled 7 less miles than car 1. Here's car 1 and 7 less miles. So what should car 1, or not car 1, but car 3 be? X plus 5 is right. And then we have car 2 traveled 11 more miles than car 3. So here's car 3 plus 11. What's the expression? X plus 16, yes. So we have to add all of these up. How many x's are there? 4. And what is, I need a different marker here, there we go. What's 12 plus 16? 28 plus 5. 33. And what happens with the 33? Subtract it from 273. And what is 273 minus 33? 240. And do what to 240? And get what? 60. Okay, we have to find out who won the race. And we have to figure out how many miles that they earned as well. So we'll make a little chart here down the side, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and start with the number of miles driven. So if X is 60, what did car 1 drive? 72. And car 2 is X plus 16, what did they drive?
76.
And car 3 is X plus 5, what did they drive?
65.
And what's car 4? 60. Okay. Did anybody go over 70?
Yes.
Yes. So what do we do to the ones that went over 70 according to the problem? Right, times the number by 25. I need my calculator on the iPad mini. There we go. Alright, so for the first car, we're going to multiply that one by 25. 72 times 25 is 1,800. And 76 times 25 is 1,900. Okay, those are the bonuses, but who won the race?
Car 2.
car 2, so how much money do I add to car 2?
200.
200, yes. So I have to go plus 200. 1900 plus 200 is going to give me $2,100. So the answer is car 2 and $2,100. On this problem, we have 4 cars again, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the total is going to be 366. Car 1 traveled 4 more miles than car 4, so we'll make this one x, and this is x plus 4. Car 3 is 7 more than car 1, so that's x plus 11. And car 2 is 20 more than car 3. So x plus 31. Any questions about the expressions so far? Okay. Well, we have 4 x's in here, and we have 4 plus 31 is 35, plus 11 is 46. Set that equal to 366, and subtract the 46 from 366 to come up with 320. X should be 80. Now let's figure out what they had. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Car 1 had 84. That's from x plus 4. Car 2 had 111. And then car 3 is 91. And then 4 is simply 80. Now the total miles driven is 366. There is a bonus of $32.75 per mile for any car traveling over 80 miles. So how many cars do we have traveling over 80 miles? We have 3 of them. And the bonus is what, $32.75? Okay, so if it's $32.75, then we have to go $32.75 for each of these cars here that are over 80 miles. And when we calculate that up, for car 1, 84 times 32.75 is going to be 2,751. Car 2 is 111 times 32.75, and that is going to be 3,635, 25 cents. And the third one is 91 times 32.75. Which is 2,980, 25 cents. Who won the race? Car 2 won the race, so what we have to do is 36, 35, 25, and then we have to add to that $1,200. So we'll come back over here and add $1,200 to this. Come up with an answer of $4,835.25. You must indicate this total amount, and you must indicate that it was car 2 that won the race. So we have 4 cars once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. The total miles is 304. And car 1 traveled 21 less miles than car 4. So x and x minus 21. Car 3 traveled 11 more miles than car 1. So that is plus 11 onto the car 1, so that's x minus 10. Add 11 to negative 21 to get negative 10. And car 2 traveled 15 less than car 3. So car 3 is x minus 10. If you take away 15, it should be x minus 25. So we have plus in here. We have 4 x's. Negative 21, negative 25 is negative 46. Negative 46 minus 10 is negative 56. Alright, so we have to add 56. Whoops, we don't have 5x. We have 4x. So we add 56 to 304, and that's going to give us 360. That means x turns out to be 90. here are the cars, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Car 1 would have to be 69, car 2 would have to be 65, car 3 is 80, and car 4 would be 90. There is a bonus of $65.25 per mile for any car traveling over 70 miles. So how many cars do we have over 70 miles? 2 of them. So we'll come over here and do this, multiply by 65.25 on each of those. Alright, for 80 times 65.25 is going to be 5,220, and 90 times 65.25 is 5,872.50. Now back over here for the problem. The winner of the race gets $2,000. Who won the race? Car 4 won the race, so we have that one, and they get $2,000 extra. So if I add 2,000 to this, I get 7,800, $72.50. That's kind of hard to see. 7, 8, and this should be 7, 2. Okay. Car 4, 78, 72, 50.